Hello there. So I was doing my hair brushing. I almost said mic brushing, but it's not really brushing the mic, it's brushing my hair. And, well, I did record the first part of this video, and the microphone wasn't on. Bummer, you know? I mean, I'm pretty new to recording videos, all of that, so I guess it happens. Anyway, I'm gonna try and act like I've not recorded this part. But anyway, I was talking about my hair and how it has grown. I don't think that I'll buzz it off again though. Maybe if it gets really annoying again, which tends to happen, but we'll have to wait and see. I quite like hair brushing. I like the sound of it. But I don't really know a lot of people that do it. I have watched a video. I'm pretty sure I have watched multiple. But it's usually just female ASMR artists doing it. Anyway, I was just gonna record this part or re-record it because, well, as I said, the other version, the microphone wasn't being used. So, if the me that is going to be all naive and tell you that, oh, there was a display error, and trust me, the microphone was working, even though it wasn't showing in my recording program. That guy doesn't know what he's talking about. What he does know is everything that he says after that, because he actually experienced it. And he has first-hand knowledge and experience. But I won't tell you what the topic is going to be. So you're going to have to watch it. Because after all, that is the point of this video. To actually watch it. And to hopefully relax you or just take your mind off whatever you're dealing with. Not in a procrastinating way, but rather a way that is a break and will hopefully refuel you with more inspiration and creativity and positivity. At least that is what I'm trying to achieve. I don't know if that always always works, but it seems to work. At least, that's what I think. But anyway, I hope you enjoy the next segment, and let's both laugh at the idiot that's about to tell you that, oh, there is no problem at all with the recording. It's not that big of a deal. I'm just laughing at it in hindsight because I really thought that the microphone was picking up. Anyway, enjoy the rest. Okay, we're back. I was just checking if the audio was recording properly, because sometimes when I plug in the microphone, it shows that it's using the default mic instead of the Blue Yeti, but it's using the Blue Yeti, so it's like a display error. But I always get paranoid and I don't want to mess up the recording, so I'd rather check if the microphone is picking up the beautiful sound of my hairbrush. I was thinking about my upload schedule, and I don't think I'm ever gonna do daily uploads again. I'm really sorry. It was definitely a good time, but I don't really want to force myself to do that, because it doesn't really take away from the enjoyment, but because there's no way you're gonna be doing any kind of new stuff, or I guess you could experiment, but just the pressure alone doesn't really give you much freedom to do so. But nevertheless, I'm very grateful to have done that in the past, and I do think it was much needed. Maybe I should have worded that better. I don't think it was much needed, but it definitely helped me gain more insight and a deeper understanding of auditory, sensory, meridian responses. And ultimately, it did definitely lead to evolution. Evolution of myself, basically, and my content. But with that being said, you can definitely expect regular uploads. And it's not like I have anything to do anyway. I'll just get bored enough to start doing something. I just really want to get my camera to work. I mean, it works, but I just gotta figure out how to export the video files to my computer. And apparently you don't need an SD card for that. At least not for the camera that I'm using, which is it's an ancient digicam. But as soon as I get that working, I'll make some. As soon as I get that working, I'll make some different kinds of videos. Well, not too different, but different camera angles and backgrounds for sure. And if you've been part of this journey, least recognize a lot of names in the comments. And it's pretty uplifting and motivating. Not that well, I guess I do really do these videos for you, but also not really. I do them for everyone, including me. And it's really fun seeing yourself develop and evolve. And hopefully it's gonna stay that way. At least I wouldn't see why it would, or why it would change. I don't even remember when I first uploaded when I uploaded my first video. I think it was March, maybe 2023 or 22. I'm just really glad and grateful for having started in the first place. I just always imagined my older self, like my really older self. I'm talking like 75 plus. Looking back on the library of videos that will hopefully be there. I mean, it's gonna be 10,000 plus probably by that time. If a year has 365 days and you upload, let's say you only upload once a week, that's 52 videos in a year, right? Because a year has 52 weeks. So 50 times 70, that's like 3.5 thousand plus. And that's only if you upload once a week, so if you upload twice a week, then it's 7,000 plus. So, over 7,000 videos. Well, that is if you start at the age of 0. Which is quite unlikely unless your parents upload some kind of video of you. I doubt that you're going to be able to record yourself at the age of 0. But maybe newborns will be able to do that in the future. Do a baby vlog, eating some baby food and shitting their diapers. That'd be some quality content. But yeah, sort of time capsule that I can look back on and laugh at for being such an idiot and so naive. But such is life. And if you're watching this, I'd suggest you do the same. Just upload the videos to YouTube and keep them private for your own sake. If you don't want to publish them, at least. But it's not as scary as it seems. I mean, the people online, they can only really hurt you if you let them. And once you realize that, people who are trying to hurt other people online, they're really just doing that because they are hurt themselves. And so once you understand that, those people become completely powerless. If you're learning something, or if you're trying to get really good at something, I suggest that you record yourself explaining whatever it is that you're trying to pursue or do, or something that you're passionate about. Because chances are that not only are you going to help other people, but you're also going to fortify and you're gonna learn more by doing that. And you're gonna ultimately end up also helping yourself by having to explain it, and having to explain it in a way that it is understandable for other people. And then, after you record that video, you're gonna look back at it in 5 years, and hopefully you're gonna be a lot wiser and have a lot more experience in that field. But you're gonna have that time capsule, that point in time that is there for you. wished to have any kind of video material of themselves, of their younger self. But they just didn't do it. I mean, it's difficult. It's not really something that a lot of people do. There's a kind of fear and anormality which you really shouldn't have. I mean, if I'm really honest, I don't think there's too big of a difference between you and me. We probably both enjoy ASMR. We probably both are human. You probably have a camera. And so there's really nothing holding you back. Except for, of course, the final boss. That is your mind and the perception of yourself. And all the limiting beliefs that you have. That I also used to have, but I kind of figured them out. Not all of them, but at least a couple, you know. Most of them. Anyway, I believe in you, and you should do the same, because I think that's really what life is more or less about. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, let me know in the comments. If you would like to save my life, you can do that by subscribing down below. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, or an exceptional evening. Think about what I said in this video. Take care, stay safe, and I'll see you very, very soon, okay? I love you. Bye-bye. See ya.